Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we're looking at Malignant, which is a horror movie that just came out in 2021. Um, there are a lot of horror movies that I really looked forward to, and I expected a lot from it by looking at the trailer, looking at the my expectations for what's going to happen in the movie and stuff. This one, I thought the trailer was fantastic. I really thought this would be extremely scary, and they do have some jump scares. Don't get me wrong, but it was a movie that came out that ended up being a lot different than what I expected. Malignant, let me tell you, the trailer really sells it. Makes this kind of one of the best horror movies that you can actually watch, and at the end, it didn't actually turn up to be something like that. I must say that I am a big fan of Annabelle Wallace. She's amazing. She's also very beautiful. So, seen her in a few movies by now, including the Mummy reboot movie from the Dark. What is it? The monsters kind of like universe, Dark Monsters universe, something like that, which did not really do really well, but I really liked it. And also she's kind of like a horror queen. By the way, I've also seen her in a comedy movie called Tag, as well as Annabelle Comes Home. Sorry, and Annabelle. So Malignant was it grossed around 33 million against a budget of 40 million, and got a lot of mixed reviews. But um, I'm not going to give out too much about this. I'm not going to want to spoil it for you, but I'll be very honest. I saw it coming. Well, not exactly, but I knew something like this was going to happen, and when they showed parts of it, I could actually guess what's going to happen towards the end. So I thought it might be something else, very closely related to actually what you see in the movie. But yeah, it was kind of predictable at one particular point. So basically, there is this young girl. Actually, they don't show her at the time, but there's they the 1993 is when the doctors, Dr. Florence Weaver and her colleague Victor Fields and John Gregory, treating a psychiatric patient named Gabriel, who's very violent. He's got special powers, like he can control electricity, and broadcast his thoughts to via speakers. So that's how he actually communicates. When he turns really violent and kills off a couple of the staff members and injures one really badly, they decide to operate on him, and basically the term they use is cut out the cancer. And that is what actually led me to think that yes, this is what the story is all about. And then flash forward to current times, when Madison Lake, played by Annabelle Wallace, is a pregnant woman living in Seattle. She's got an abusive husband, played by, it was surprising to see him, but he's in a very short role, Jake Abel, who was Adam in Supernatural. He had a recurring role, and after a particular problem, he smashes after an argument. He smashes her head against the wall, and this leads to a little bit of bleeding, and she locks herself in the bedroom, falls asleep, and then a dark figure later at night kills her husband. It attacks her. Either she feels that it attacks her. She can feel something happening, and she's rendered unconscious. After she recovers from the hospital, her sister tries to help her out, but she has these visions of this hideous creature trying to affect her. The creature also kidnaps and ties up a woman who is running a Seattle underground tour. And Madison also sees this creature killing the Dr. Weaver from the flashback. And then there's the cops involved, and for some reason Madison is able to see the things that are happening, like they actually show in the movie, the scene changing, and she can see these people getting killed. She is traumatized by the fact that she can actually see what's happening. and this also leads the police to be a little suspicious of her, and they try to find out what's happening, and then later on in the movie they suspect Madison because the woman that they show from who's tied up is actually in the attic of the house that Madison lives in. She basically tries to escape, and she falls through the roof and lands on the table on there. So while she's in the hospital, Madison is actually suspected, and that's when the twist happens. So I'm not going to spoil the twist for you. So, but like I mentioned, I predicted it. I knew something was up, and I realized this is actually what happens. And then, because you found out who the woman actually is, I don't want to spoil that either. But it's a very, very new film. Acting wise, I think Annabelle, she does a fantastic job. Annabelle Wallace does a fantastic job. She's very believable. You want to root for her. Like I said, she's very lovely as well. So the rest of the cast were pretty much okay. The fight scenes are pretty awesome. It became a little bit campy, and that's what it became, kind of like a not a comic book, kind of like a comic book kind of thing at the end. And the movie doesn't really take itself that seriously, and that's actually a good thing. Again, even though I'm a little disappointed, at the same time the movie is also a lot of fun to watch. So that's a good thing. So I don't want to give this movie too much points, because I went into the movie expecting something else. It isn't scary except for a few scenes and mostly on jump scares, but it does have a lot of that atmosphere. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I was expecting something else, but maybe on a couple of rewatches I might like this movie a lot more, because for what it is actually kind of fun. So that's what my review for Malignant is. I suggest you go watch it. It's very new. I don't want to spoil it for you, but do go and watch it. I think it is pretty different from a lot of the horror that you're seeing these days. So give it a try. Thank you guys. I shall see you again in some more reviews coming up pretty soon. Take care. Have a good night, and I'm shooting this on the eve of Halloween, just before on the 30th rather. So hope you guys have had a fun Halloween season as well. So take care. See ya. Good night.